wants to become an investor where they don't have to have that day job, what's the steps? Like, where do they get the financial freedom when it comes to investing into real estate?
Well, the thing is, at the very beginning, and I say this all the time to people, don't quit your day job. Because if you quit the day job, then it becomes about survival. And you're never going to make good decisions in your life if you're trying to pay your bills. You know, this, like, you go to Latin America, you're like, oh, well, why don't they just think positive? And, you know, everything would be amazing in Latin America. Well, the thing is, someone is holding a door. Behind that door, there's hunger, there's drug lords, there's, there's
Crime,
status, all these things that they're trying to hold back. And the focus becomes, how can we get a meal on the table for today? They can't focus on creation and building and creating. But here, for the most part, that's taken care of. Like, your basic needs are met. Now you have all this other time to create and build an empire. And so most people talk about the side hustle. I don't agree with the side hustle. I don't think you should hustle on the side. I think you should build an empire on the side. You know, don't do little, because that time is so valuable. Don't get a second job. Have that one job that sustains your living. You can pay your bills, take care of your groceries. But now focus all of your time on creating that empire for yourself, generational wealth. And that time between 6 to whatever time, that's your time. Some people choose to watch Netflix. Some people choose to,
drink
and do all kinds. There's all kinds of activities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you will have to make sacrifices in your life. You know, like when I was young, in my 20s, I made a lot of decisions that I am reaping the benefits today, right? I'm 45 now. When I was 20, I was on the grind. You know, I was building my company, and I was building my real estate portfolio, and I was investing in myself. If I wasn't doing any one of those, I was with my mentors. I was hungry. And people said, well, you know, Alfonso, you know, we don't see you at the club anymore. And I said, I don't see you at the bank. You know? I'm out here making deposits. You know what I mean? Like, where are you at when I'm at the bank?
Yeah.
And so, you know, you are going to have to sacrifice some things. And so back to how does someone get started, I would say, don't leave the day job. Use the time that you have, the extra time, to build something amazing, so that could sustain you. And once you build something that could at least cover your basic needs, then leave the job. So now you can put all of your time into that generational wealth piece.
You know, I was just looking at you right now, man, and I was thinking, it's so funny. Everybody wants the tactics, right? Like, they want the tell me where to invest right now. Tell me
the neighborhood.
Yeah.
What's the neighborhood?
The best neighborhood right now.
Give me the best neighborhood right now.
Like right now. Give me the highest return kind of thing.
But
80% of it, 90% of it is right here. Right?
Yeah. Well, like, you know, if I brought a deal to someone right now, this is the best deal, they wouldn't know what to do with it. Right? The average person is not going to understand what to do with the deal. It's too large, or it's, you know, too complicated. The numbers, we don't know. And so you need to develop yourself, right? And, you know, most people, I'm pumping gas, and this guy's looking at me like this. And I'm like, okay, this guy, what's he doing? He comes to me, he's like, you're Alfonso. I'm like, okay. He's like, I watch you on YouTube. Guess what I did today? I said, what is it? What did you do? He's like, I incorporated. I'm like, oh, really? Do you have a property? He's like, no.
Alfonso, you don't even know the story that you just told. Before you walked into the studio, I told these guys about an agent that saw me at a gas station.
Yeah, for some reason, this is where people want it.
Because you're actually out there pumping gas. There's no more full service gases. You know what I mean? I wish there was, because then I could just sit in the car and work a little bit more. But anyways, I was just telling them the same story. Everyone's eyes, including mine, I was like, holy shit. Like it literally just happened. So it's hilarious.
So the guy says, I just incorporated. I'm like, oh, like, good for you. You know what I mean? What, like, do you have a property? He's like, no. And I'm like, okay, it's like, did you start a business? No, you just incorporated. I watched your videos and then I decided to incorporate that day. And I'm like, okay, well, you're missing some steps. And but God bless you for taking a step.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But sometimes people like the mind, and I know where the mindset, I'm going to incorporate and then I'm going to build a company in that and I can leave my job. And that becomes the focus for a lot of people. And then they don't make smart decisions, right? The smartest decision you can make is invest in yourself, learn, get that intellectual currency. Because if you have that intellectual currency, you'll never need any other currency. You're going to attract all of it. And if you're sitting there and you're making all your decisions based on paying your bills at the end of the month, you're going to make really horrible decisions. Right? They're not going to be, you're not looking long term, right? And so for me, the first thing that I tell people is like, go 5 years into the future. What is it that you want your life to look like? And then bring it to the present and start making every decision that you make should be in alignment with that 5-year goal. And right now, if you let go of that job today, and maybe for some people that's going to work. But for most people, if they let go of that job, all the decisions are going to be about today. I got to pay the bills today. They're not going to be in alignment with that 5-year goal.
It's funny when you think about just paying your bills. I mean, even me, like, in the start of, I'm going to say, not really the start of my real estate career, because it was actually even before that. Every time I thought about paying just my monthly bills, a funny thing happened. I paid my monthly bills.
Exactly.
I just had enough.
Yeah.
To pay my monthly bills. Yeah. The second I started to think, you know what? Let's try to turn my annual income into my monthly income.
Yes.
A funny thing happened. I started to turn my annual income into my monthly income.
And the bills took care of themselves.
Oh, 100% did they ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I also didn't get too stupid with increasing my expenses, like on personal stuff, right? Yeah. And so, I mean, if you can think about it, whatever you think about, you can actually bring about. And I know that might be philosophical for people and some foofy-faffy stuff, but I'm telling you, the shit is true. If you can think about it, you can bring about it.
Yes.
You just need to actually start to visualize. Usain Bolt runs that race 1,000 times before we actually see him on the track. You know what I mean? Like he's visualizing it on a regular basis. And I just think most people are visualizing the stuff that they don't want.
Yeah.
Hence why they get more of it, more of that in their life.
Well, they're like, oh, I want to be in real estate because I hate my job. Right? Which is fine. It's a valid point, right? And some people may need to get a new job, do something, make less money, but be happy for the love of God. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, what you said about, think about, bring about, it makes a lot of sense. And I love to connect it with, if you want to have it, you need to become it. And this is that becoming piece, right? Where you need to figure out what does that person look like and start walking in those towards that goal, but actually allowing yourself to become and start allowing yourself to transform. Not fake it till you make it, because it's fake. It doesn't make any sense. Become it. Start walking, start investing in yourself. Like when I walked in here, I was like, "What? He's got this is another word."
I'm still trying to get is that like a strip joint sign or anything? I'm still trying to get what people's thoughts are about this.
This is Miami. You know what I mean? I got Miami vibes.
Miami Vice vibes too, eh? And then you come in with that blazer.
Yeah, well, you know what? Like, I love it. Like, this is becoming. You are becoming, and you will attract all of it. right? You will attract all of it. You will attract the 100 million views per episode because you are taking.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment down below, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified the next time we're doing a video. And guess what? Like, share, dislike, I don't care! Let me see how that looks.